talk about my religious beliefs that much.
I'm stuck! Help!
I need to exude rich, fun aunt.
Well, that was humiliating.
This is me every November 1st. Y'all are on my Bible. That's rude. Oh, sorry. Good morning, folks. And Billy and I are having our morning routine ritual. This routine is sacred to me. I wholeheartedly believe it has changed the entire course of my life significantly for the better. So I'm gonna walk you through exactly what my ritual is. I fed Billy, I chugged some water, and then I made my coffee and instantly sat down. Obviously, like, brush the teeth, otherwise the breath would be a little hot. Then we sit down and it's time to really clock in. I have a stack of books here, and this stack has redefine my morning routine. Starts off with Bible time. I would say the past 6 months, I've been trying to get into reading the Bible. I don't talk about my spirituality or religious beliefs that much. Long story short, I grew up Catholic, suffered from a decent amount of religious trauma, you could say. Made me despise the honestly organized religion as a whole just because of that. But as I've gotten older, I've really been seeking more guidance. Just gotten a lot of peace from taking time, whether it's be reading the Bible, like meditating, praying, making space for God in my life. I think organized religion, specifically in the US, is very flawed because it's human made. A lot of the teachings are very problematic, especially in how they treat certain groups of people. I definitely do not buy into that, but this is what's working for me, and I'm going to continue leaning into this journey because I do think it is making me a better person. And at the end of the day, that's what religion's supposed to do, just like teach you how to love and be better, and I want to be better. So that's that. So I do some of that, and then my friend recently got me 40 Days Through the Bible, which is kind of honestly like a workbook, because if you just sit down, you can't just like open the Bible and read it like any other book. It's much more strategic than that. So this kind of is like Bible for Dummies, which I'm very early on in my journey. So it just gives you like prompts and whatnot. I usually do like honestly like 5 minutes of journaling, write about how I'm feeling, what I'm grateful for, what I'm hoping to accomplish or do that day. Once I've done those things, this is when, if I have time, depending on how early I get up, I will read a few chapters, and it's usually like a nonfiction, self-help type book. The collected works of Khalil Gibran, he's known as like the prophet. They're not like poems, they're just writings, and they're on different topics, so they're really interesting. Like this one's on prayer, this one's on buying and selling. And honestly, look how beautiful this book is. I reread a lot of nonfiction books. So I'm rereading Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. This is kind of just a book to inspire more like creative thought and thinking. I've read this before, so usually I would literally just look at my bookshelf and be like, what's calling to me? Because I think the purpose of owning books is like returning to them and rereading them. So that's important to me, that I always use what I have. And here's a Polaroid of John and Billy. That is my morning routine, and it honestly makes getting up worth it. It is 8:50 right now. I took the day off from work because it's towards the end of the year and I get to use my PTO, otherwise I lose it. So I've just been randomly taking Fridays off, which is honestly just the quality of life. Whew. Taking my niece to her dance class. She's 1. I didn't want to turn on the heat until at least November 1st. I woke up on November 1st to my house at 59 degrees. It is time. I need to exude like rich, fun aunt that's taking her niece to dance class. I don't think this is doing it right now, so we're gonna try to work some magic. Okay, it's not exactly giving rich aunt, but it's giving wholesome aunt who really loves her niece and is excited to take her to dance class, and that's even better. So sorry. Dance class is done. Nola, did you have fun at ballet? We're gonna assume she did. It is 2 o'clock now, so I still have the full day ahead of me. I'm going to the mall right now because I am looking for some new fall winter sweaters. I'm not joking when I say I wear this sweater like 6 out of 7 days each week. And for my own hygiene, I think it'd be good to, throw another sweater in there just to kind of cycle them out. Humiliating. I was so excited, about to make my first ever Lululemon legging purchase. My credit card's been busted. Like, it's not busted in the fact that like I'm broke, but like the physical card does not run well. I was holding up that line for probably a good 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go. Now, because I'm petty, I'm going to my bank and I'm demanding a new card now. I'm exhausted. So when I was at the bank, there was an elderly woman. I would say she was probably like mid-80s. I don't know, age is so subjective. She was getting so mad at the teller that she said, "Just for this, I'm taking your candy." She proceeds to take the teller's entire jar of candy and dump it in her purse. Your daily reminder to be nice to service workers, out of pocket. Especially the day after Halloween, like, haven't you had enough? Friday night at the Santos house, aka my sister. Beautiful chaos. That's the way to describe it. Hey, will you throw me on the couch?
Yeah. I'm stuck. Help.
Help me! Oh, thank you! Thank you.
I've noticed this too.
Oh yeah, well, it was in the documentary.
Yes.
Well,
My circular canals.
Hopefully you're not.
Oh. Good thing we have soft floors.
Oh! Just got back from volunteering, threw in a lot of laundry. This is not a vape, it's a candle lighter. Now we're clocking in and getting some schoolwork done. Don't know if this is interesting to anyone, but this is how I set up my to-do list each week for class. This week I have all these assignments due. These green ones are like semester long ones that I've been working on basically since August, but I'm hoping to finish at least one of those this week. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on my negotiation assignments, just because I have the most readings for that class. I'm gonna set a 25-minute timer and try to start on these. That's it, I'm not going. This is me every November 1st. The only way. What? I'm crying. John is an elf. It's giving kind of like Martha May Whovier. I don't know. I'm gonna stand up so you can see. Shout out Goodwill. The only way you can get me to go to a Halloween party after October 31st is if I'm Christmas themed, so. Woo! Midnight, me at midnight. Just got home. Luckily it's daylight saving, so it's actually only 11. Honestly, incredible timing because I leave for New York City tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. But that's the end of this vlog. We're going to New York tomorrow. We're going for work. I'm flying in a day early. My work thing isn't until Monday because I wanted to spend the day in New York City. Duh. Good night. We'll see you in the Big Apple. Mrs. Claus out.